All right. Good morning. I'm a little early, but there's so many wonderful people in the chat this morning already. I figured I'd go ahead and jump on. So Jessica is not here this morning yet. She had to go get Hunter. He's got his football weights again this morning, so that's where he's at, and that's where she went to go get him. And we'll try to keep this one today where it's not 4 hours and 20 minutes long like the last one. That one kind of went on. We've got some things to get done today too, so we definitely won't be going 4 hours. We'll probably try to shut this one down around our normal time, which is about 11. So looks like we've got some people, quite a few people in here already this morning. So we'll get back up here to the top. I want to say good morning to Danny Days Homestead. I saw her over in Shane over at Great Farmer Freelances live this morning. So she's usually in there, and then she always comes over here, it seems like. So good morning to Danny. If y'all haven't checked out Danny Days Homestead, go give her channel a like and check it out. If you guys like it, subscribe. Danny is about 16 subs away from hitting 300. So y'all can go check out Danny Days Homestead and subscribe to her. And she does a lot of gardening and stuff over there and homesteading. So really, really nice channel to go check out and super, super sweet. So good morning, Homestead Love, Danielle. So up there in Iowa, she was in our last live. That's where we met her, was last week, and I've seen her in several others since. So good morning. Hey, Chris, good morning. Chris and Larry Homestead. Hopefully we'll get to meet up with you guys here soon. So I don't know if we've actually got the date that Larry gave you for being able to come up, but hopefully we'll be able to meet up with you guys. We got Jesse and Lisa, the wonderful Jesse and Lisa in here always. So the only time poor Jessica gets to rest is doing live. She don't even get a rest this morning, Jesse. She's still running and doing stuff. Jesse's got Danny's links posted there. So yeah, if you guys want, go over, check out Danny Days Homestead. Again, give her a like and subscribe. We'll see if we can't get Danny to 300 this morning. We got Annette over at Apple Tree Urban Homestead over there in Australia, which Annette, she's already announced it. She did merge her 2 channels, so y'all have to go check her out too. Got Gathered Together Homestead in here this morning. We have Donald. Is it Grand? Good morning, all East Kansas Gardener here. East Kansas Gardener. Okay. Must be signed in under his other page. So we've got East Kansas Gardener. Good morning. Who else we got in here this morning? Trying not to miss anybody. I know I've got it just jumped on me, guys, so I apologize. Said good morning to Chris and Larry. We got Tina Ladybug. Good morning, Tina. Got Dale over at 9 Acre Farms. Good morning, Dale. I know you're working this morning. Dale's got a class to teach here about 9:30, but 9:25 or so. I'm hoping he can jump on for a little bit. We got Amanda over at Bare Bones Living. Good morning, Amanda. We got Flicker Hill Homestead. I don't know. I don't have you on our list. So Flicker Hill Homestead, we've got a list that we try to keep with everybody on it. So if you've got a name that you like to go by other than your homestead name, your channel name, if you don't mind, throw that in the chat and just a general area where you're from. It can be just the state, whatever. We kind of like to know where everybody's from and where our followers are at. So who else we got in here? We got Mitchell over at Hendrickson Family Farms. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Dale, thanks, man. If everybody could hit that like button on your way in, it definitely helps our channel out. So we got Janet over at Homestead Where You Are. Good morning, Janet. And Rock Ridge. Good morning. Good morning. Rock Ridge, I'm pretty sure I've got you on our list. Jessica, it's Jessica's list. She's got the big list going, so I'm trying to find everybody here. So I apologize if I don't remember your name just yet. Bear with me. I don't have a name for you. You're on our list, but I don't have your name. So Rock Ridge, if you could throw a name up and just a general area where you're from, that'd be great. Just helps us to kind of know where you guys are coming from. Deanna, that's all right. Write that down before I forget. Thank you. Who else we got in here this morning? I apologize, guys. It jumped on me again. Flicker Hill Homestead is Erica from Massachusetts. Massachusetts. We got people from all over, guys. It's wonderful. I'm going to write that down real quick before I forget it. Bear with me, guys. It's just me this morning right now. Jessica, like I said, she ran into town to pick up Hunter this morning. He had weights for football this morning. So you got me this morning for now. So we got Erica at Flicker Hill Homestead. This thing's jumping like crazy, guys. I apologize. Who else we got in here? We got Charlene Grady. Good morning from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Good morning. Hey, Laura over at Hedgehogs. How are you this morning? Laura is over in Tennessee. They've been redoing a bunch of stuff at their place, building a little tiny house. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure, did you guys change your minds, Laura, on the tiny house and decide to go a little bit bigger? I'm pretty sure you did. We got Rebecca. Good morning, Rebecca, over at Touched by Yarn. Rebecca is not too far from us, but she has over 100 subscribers, and she has a video now. So you all have to go over, check out Rebecca at Touched by Yarn, check out her channel, watch her video, be one of the first. So give it a thumbs up and a like. Rebecca, she is just a sweet lady that does a lot of knitting, crocheting, other things, but she sends out hats and scarves to everybody. So go check her out. Check out her channel. She does have a video on there now, so go check that out, guys. Who else? It skipped again. I like to tell everybody good morning, so I apologize. You kind of got to bear with me through all the good mornings and getting things going here this morning. We got Chuck over at Life with Belinda and Chuck. Good morning, Chuck. Sorry about your friend that you had to go and do the funeral for yesterday. That's not a good thing to have to do, but I wish I had better words for you on that, but I just don't. I don't. So I'm glad you're in here this morning, though. I always like seeing Chuck. And we've got Byron over at 12 Stones Ranch over in Texas. He was on Danny's live yesterday. So if y'all didn't see that, go over to Danny's page and check that out. And go check out Byron at 12 Stones Ranch. Who else we got in here this morning? Our Rocky Dream out in Arizona. Good morning. That is Jamie over there at Our Rocky Dream. I got Amanda in here. Danny's back in here. She's been out doing chores and stuff. So good morning, Danny. Oh, looks like I made it to the bottom, guys. So this morning we just kind of got an open chat. I don't have a topic, an agenda. So if anybody has anything they want to visit about, whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and throw the link up now so that anybody that wants to come up, just go ahead and click on that link and it'll bring you up through StreamYard and we can visit. You can tell us kind of what you guys have going on and kind of go from there. Danny says got to move sprinklers around, but she's here. I get it, Danny. You need to put that water system in, Danny. Then you don't have to do all that. You just turn on the one spigot and it waters everything for you. So I need to water ours tonight. But our garden is doing really well, guys. It is. I went out and looked at it last night. Jessica and I did, and checked everything out. Dale's telling me he's shared us out on our community page. He's texting me. So Dale, thank you. I know you had to step away. You've got a class to teach. So I appreciate you just coming in and even listening. So, but yeah, we was out checking the garden yesterday, and the garden is looking really good, guys. Our zucchinis are really taking off. The loofah gourds, Jessica's loofah gourds, are going insane. So they've kind of grown up and over the big cattle panels almost. And I guess those things can grow up to like 16 feet long or 30 feet long, she said. So the panels are 16 foot long. So they may end up going up and over and then coming back. I don't know. But cucumbers are doing great. We've actually got cucumbers and tomatoes already on the vines. I took a couple pictures yesterday of some of our Romas. So we've actually got Romas on the vines coming on. So it won't be too much longer, guys. And we'll be doing a whole lot of canning, a whole lot of freeze drying, getting things going. So what we got over here? What's everybody talking about in the chat? Everybody just saying good morning, one thing at a time, Danny. I know, Danny. It can all add up for sure. Really need to write everything down in a notebook. Names, yep. That's what we had to do, Amanda. We had to write everybody's names down, their channel name, and then we asked if they had a name they wanted to go by other than the channel name. We got that also, and just a state that they're from. Nobody wants to give me their exact location, so I wouldn't either. I don't blame anybody. So Danny said that's what I do. So yeah, definitely a good idea. I like being able to call everybody by their name. So it's nice to have a name to go with the channel versus just calling them, Bare Bones Living or Our Rocky Dream. I'd rather call you Jamie or Amanda. So I'll throw the names out there, the channel names for sure, just because I like to get those plugs in there too. So New Beginnings, my everyday in rural Cypress. Yes, good morning, good morning. They are a long ways away. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's Dawn at New Beginnings. So good morning, Dawn. How are you this morning? So again, guys, Our Rocky Dream, I'm thinking about getting critters this fall. Do you think it's better to have feed growing before you get them? It just depends on if you're planning on growing your feed for your animals, or if you're planning on going to be able to go to the feed stores, and buy feed in bulk. We don't grow our own feed for our animals. We do feed them some of our stuff out of the garden, the leafy greens and things like that. Like the chickens will eat a lot of the tomatoes that start to go bad, or something that we don't get picked, or when we're canning, all the scraps and all that stuff goes out to the chickens. And our rabbits and stuff, they end up with lettuce and stuff out of the garden, leafy greens, our sweet potato leafy greens and stuff. We'll give those to our rabbits, but we don't grow our own food. We are going to try to learn how to do the Chris and Larry do it. It's fodder our own wheat. Chris and Larry do it. So does Amanda over at Bare Bones Living. But we want to learn how to fodder our wheat so that it will actually, a little bit will go a lot longer way. So we're going to try and learn how to do that. It's just one thing at a time for us. Like Danny said, we got a lot of things going on, and we've got to try and get those things done first before we can really try and learn other stuff. We're kind of new to the whole homesteading thing. I grew up on a farm. Jessica didn't. Now Jessica has jumped in, both feet, and does amazing. So I don't know how I would do it without her, because she's the canner. I can learn how to do it. I just haven't. I mean, she just took it all and just ran with it, and she loves every bit of it. So I don't know what I would do without Jessica, because I don't milk the goats. Jessica does, and she does it in about 15 minutes. So it would take me an hour to milk the goats. I'm sure I could learn and get quicker at it. It took her a little bit, but I mean, after about a week and a half, I mean, she had it down. So she just learned. She learns things really quick and just really runs with them. So Yep, you going over to Annie's Kitchen at Annette. Yep, she merged the two channels, Danny. I'm not sure what she's gonna call that yet, but she did merge both channels. So, hey, good morning, Nick, Multi Hunter. What's that? Okay, Chuck saying good morning. New beginning. Still can't get my built-in mic to work on YouTube StreamYard. Huh. I'm not sure what's going on there. Both mostly growing, thinking supply chain problems. Yeah, if the feed and stuff, depending on the supply and demand and the food shortages and things like that, feed's going to become an issue too. Wheat's already an issue. Some of our feed and stuff, it hasn't been out of stock. It hasn't been hard to get yet, but if things like that do get hard to get, then yeah, it would definitely be a benefit to be able to grow your own food and stuff like that. So Chris says you can grow fodder for chickens with recleaned wheat. So that's our next thing to try and learn how to do, I think, is we want to learn how to do that. We got Mr. Dale here this morning. Hey, what's up, Dale?
Oh, just living the dreamer, surviving a nightmare, getting ready to teach class.
There you go.
I thought I would hop on real quick because I only have a few minutes here, but I wanted to say hi to everyone and say hi to you and Jess.
Yeah.
Hope everyone has a great day.
Well, we're definitely trying. We're getting the day started. Got coffee and I had some chocolate chip cookies. I ate them before I got on, though.
I got my coffee too. I can't function without my coffee in the morning.
Well, I got up about 2:00 this morning. Jessica's dad left this morning. He is on his way to the Philippines, so we had to see him off. He left here at 3:00 this morning, so I got up at 2 this morning with him and had some coffee with him this morning and see him off and tried to go back to bed. And it didn't work very well. So note to self, don't drink coffee at 2 a.m. and try to go back to bed. So
it generally doesn't work. If I'm going to get up at that time, I'm just going to go ahead and get the day started, and it'll have to end earlier than usual.
Yeah. Janet says she shared this live as her first community post. That's awesome. Thanks, Janet.
That is.
Homestead where you are. So Janet must have reached her 500 and stuff and got her community tab.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hi, Kinfolk. Hi, Shane from Kinfolk Farm. I see that. And Chris said hi to me.
I'm behind in the chat, so I apologize, guys. I'm trying to catch up. Usually it's me and Jessica, so it's a little easier. She can kind of keep talking, and I can kind of keep an eye on the chat and stuff as we go. But just me right now, so.
Lisa's never on camera with me, but she's always sitting beside me, and she's usually following along in the chat, and it helps out so much.
It does, because if I miss a comment or something, or if she misses one, usually one of us will see it and keep an eye on it to where we don't miss them, hopefully. But if I miss them, guys, throw them up again. You're not going to hurt my feelings if you post your comment again. I don't care if you post it 3-4 times.
I'm going to try this. Good day, Annette from Apple Tree Urban Homestead. Now, which channel is she combining? Is it going to go on her Annie's Kitchen or Annette Apple Tree Homestead?
She said something about Annie's Kitchen and Urban Homestead or something like that. I'm not sure if that's the exact name. Annette, if you want to throw that up, that'd be great. We got, Kinfolk Farm. There he is telling you good morning, and the chat good morning. And then Broke Farmer come in this morning. We got Nick. AZ Highland. Good morning, Nick. So we've got 22 in the chat this morning.
I don't know if you caught that live that Tony from Kettle Kitchen posted last night with me and Chris and
I caught some of it.
Mennonite Farmer, and
I was in there for some of that. I jumped off because the kids were wanting to go outside and play catch, so I did jump off and go play baseball with the boys for a little while, and then I jumped back on for a little bit while we were sitting by the pond. They decided they wanted to swim in the pond yesterday evening, so Jessica and I sat on the swing and watched the boys, and I jumped back in for a little while. So
I can understand why they wanted to swim in the pond because it's ridiculously hot here.
It has been. It's not supposed to be as bad today, though. It looked like it's only supposed to get up to 90 today. But then tomorrow and the rest of the week is supposed to be miserable hot, like 98 plus 99 degrees, heat index of 105.
I'm out.
Humidity at 70%. So it's terrible.
Yeah. Is your garden starting to suffer any from the heat you're seeing, or?
We've seen some wilting and stuff, a little bit of wilting on the leaves, in the afternoon where the garden is just getting beat up with the heat, but it's really not bad. They always perk back up the next morning, it seems like. So they haven't really been hit too hard. We've got something eating on the leaves a little bit on some of our bell peppers though. So I'm not sure what that is, but we're going to have to.
So we're kind of the same way. We've got something eating on our cucumber leaves. And then we noticed some yellowing because, of course, we were trying to beat all the dryness and started watering.
Yeah.
And I think we're over watering our zucchini because we're starting to see some yellowing in it.
Oh, okay.
I think we're washing it down some. So we're going to try the next couple days of only going like every third day watering them and see what happens there.
Okay. Hey, good morning, Backroad Hillbillies. Yeah, our zucchinis are looking fabulous. They look amazing. I don't know. We're not doing anything special, but we almost lost those zucchinis. If anybody watched that video that we posted, it was a help video because we didn't know what was going on. Well, we started those in the grow room back in March. So we started them way too early is what we did. So our plants, they looked awesome. And then we took them out to the greenhouse to kind of harden them off and stuff. And they just started going downhill quick and they're yellowing. We lost probably 3/4 of them died. They were outgrowing the little pots that they were in, but we didn't have bigger pots to plant them up. And we had way too many because we started like 30 zucchini plants because we were going to sell them.
I was going to say, what were you going to do with all that zucchini?
Well, if you saw some of our other videos, our earlier videos and stuff, we had started like 400 and something tomato plants. And we had like 30 zucchinis and I don't remember how many cucumbers, but we started a ton of plants because we were going to sell a lot of them. And we did. We sold quite a few. We ended up selling almost 250 plants, I think it was, when it was all said and done. But yeah, the zucchinis and stuff, they had a hard time. So we went ahead and put them in the ground in like mid-March in the garden. It was still cool out and they stayed that size. They never got any worse. But then once it started warming up, man, they just took off. They're huge. Yeah. The leaves on them look like elephant ears right now. I mean, the zucchini plants are probably, if I had to guess, they're probably close to 3 foot tall and 4 foot around. I mean, they're big.
They're huge.
So,
well, we're trying for the first time this year our zucchini in protein tub, Mineralic tubs.
I saw that.
So we've got them, and I like it for the fact that they seem to be doing okay. But I'm afraid of the whole drying out too much. So that's why we were doing a lot of watering, but I think we're going too crazy with that.
Yeah.
Hey, Dale.
Hi, how are you doing, Jess?
Good. How are you?
Great.
So, yeah, the watering and stuff, our water system works really well. I like it because it doesn't just like soak them.
Danny.
It waters them. We water for probably about 5 hours at a time when we water, but it's just a drip system. So it's just a little slow drip through the weed fabric, but under that weed fabric, it stays pretty moist anyway. So we don't have to, I didn't water yesterday at all. So I'll probably water this evening, but everything's doing well so far. So hopefully it stays that way. Chris says, make zucchini into noodles and freeze dry it. Oh, we're going to do some freeze drying, Chris.
Oh, you guys with those freeze dryers. Oh, we'd love to have one. And we,
like I said, sign up for their deal. The heck can't even think of the word. I can't even spit it out right now.
Affiliate program.
Yeah, their affiliate program. If you sign up for it, like I said, you don't even have to own one to sign up for their affiliate program, and then just really push it on your channel and stuff for people. And if they use it, if they use your link and go buy one, you're getting on an average about $200 every time somebody uses it, your link. So you can just save that $200, and then eventually you may end up being able to buy your own freeze dryer and didn't cost you a dime.
Yeah.
So other than just posting the link.
We entered another channel is giving one away, so we entered it hoping, but
yep.
Hey, Tuber Chat, how are you doing?
Hey, Generational Homestead, Tuber Chat.
Generational Homestead was in Chuck's live yesterday. I heard somebody talking about that channel.
And so Generational Homestead, you are not on our list yet. So if you could if you have a name you like to go by other than your channel name, throw that in the chat here.
You messed up my whole list.
General area where you're from. So we got a list going. We like to have a name to kind of go with it. Hey, Devin, over at Our New Land.
Can't handle that. All my list is in blue, and he wrote in black. Right? What happens when I leave here? Everything goes awry.
Hardest working homesteader's wife, Jessica. That's right, Jesse. She is the hardest working homesteader's wife.
I never know. I don't know what's going on now. He used a different color.
Yeah. Messed it all up. Ruined her day.
By the way, hi, Laura, not Jess.
Yeah, it's Laura.
What's funny is he started calling me Laura, and I was like, you know that is like the little girl's name, right?
Yeah, but nobody knows it. Nobody knows Little House on the Prairie by Carolyn. Okay, it's either I guess I could start calling her Ma. Hey, Ma. Ma.
He's been making fun of me nonstop.
I ain't making fun of you.
And then they all gave me a hard time because my super cute dress, he said, looked like a Little House on the Prairie dress. And
it's cute though. I like it. I dig it.
So. It's awesome.
Listen, I got rabbit pelts that I'm trying to learn how to preserve right now. I'm learning how to crochet. Y'all just back up, because at some point I'm gonna have the warmest little moccasins you've ever seen. You're gonna be jealous. In fact, everybody kind of giggled in my house when I said I want to learn how to preserve the rabbit pelts. We're throwing it away, and we could be using it for something. And now that I've got 3 of them, which I watched. They butchered 13 rabbits, and I saved 3 pelts just to not get in over my head. But no sooner I got the 3 of these things out here cleaned up and ready to go, now Hunter's like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want that.
He's claiming her pelts.
Y'all didn't want no part of this until I started getting it.
You are tanning the pelts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, I'm attempting.
Hey, Shane.
It's kind of a process, but I've watched some YouTube videos and it doesn't look too tough, so we'll see. I did figure out though so I left him out in the shop in an area where the animals couldn't get to it, because the YouTube video that I watched said that they'll dry out quicker in the heat, but they obviously were not in Missouri. So what I found when I checked them yesterday at the 48-hour mark is they're still pretty pliable, so there's still too much moisture in them. It's been humid this week, so I need to bring them in today, put some fresh salt on them, and keep them in the house.
So did you stretch them before you did that, or did you just salt them and lay them out?
You just salted them.
So the couple that I watched, because I watched 2 different videos to make sure that somebody wasn't losing their mind. You cut it down the center, you lay it all out, and kind of push the edges to get all the hair off, get it all nice and flat. And then you just load it with salt, like a real thick layer of salt, which dries it out, and you let it sit for 48 hours-ish. Obviously weather will be dependent on how quick it dries out. Then once you do that, you start scraping all that salt off, get it to where it feels like a nice soft leather, and you do an egg wash on it. And it is just the egg yolks. You don't use the whites, but you let that sit then for another 48 hours. And then it's like real stiff and hard. And then at that point, you kind of, you get that cleaned off, and you gently start stretching it with your hands every few hours, stretch it. Then you wash it. And that's supposed to do it. It just takes a lot of salt and patience, but we'll see. We had some really pretty rabbits. And I thought, well, hey, there could come a day where y'all want some rabbit something. Hunter once I told him, I said, I'm gonna make you a rabbit hat. And he was, oh my gosh, no. And I was like, yeah, I want one. Because he's getting to that age where it's like, is that going to be embarrassing? No, I'm going to just stand my ground and be me and make, do whatever. So I could totally see him wearing it to school, but I got to learn how to make it first.
Well, I was going to say, I just looked up. Have you ever heard of Good Simple Living? That channel?
I think so.
That may have been one of the ones. Did they have a video on it?
She has several videos on taming.
They're the ones that had the rabbit named Jessica there for a while. They're the ones that are, isn't he the retired cop?
The retired cop and wife that's they're building their own house out in Idaho, isn't it? Yeah. She has some really good videos that I watched on that, because that was seriously talked about on the 9 Acres, is raising rabbits and stuff, and we still are.
It's one of the easiest things to raise.
Yeah.
The thing that I've really enjoyed about the rabbits is it is easy. It's quick. I know we've talked about rabbits a lot, but the other thing is when we're like, we've got more rabbits in the freezer than we need right now. They have just flew off the shelves. I say flew out of the cages here. At $20 a rabbit, which once you sell so many, heck, you're raising your rabbits for free.
Exactly.
And I know people have said, well, we don't have a market for that. But remember, times have changed and people are starting to get into this mindset. And I would say we have sold just as many rabbits for people wanting to raise them for me as we have people just wanting a pet. In fact, I had somebody tell me that it was right around Easter, of course. We finally were like, okay, no more. We're out. We need to stop, or we're not going to have any in the freezer. And for that round. And so somebody told me when I said we didn't have any that they were on a waiting list to adopt a rabbit. And I was like,
no way.
Kidding me. I didn't even know that was a thing. These things breed like crazy. Why is there a shortage of rabbits?
Why is there a shortage on rabbits?
Yeah. Like, that's like saying I'm on a waiting list to adopt a cat.
And we had one guy, younger kid, he came and bought them. He used to raise them and then got rid of them. And then he come and bought some, and he was only about 30 minutes from us. He's up in Grandview, which you probably know where that's at. But he bought them because he feeds them to his dog.
What?
For dog food.
He feeds rabbits to his dog?
He raises them and feeds them to his dog.
I didn't know.
I knew a guy that raised and bred raccoon hounds, Walker coonhounds, and he kept rabbits and he would cook it and put cornmeal in with it and make his own dog food.
Yeah.
I guess the one that I watched was Blue Pine Homestead, but whatever one you said, I've seen. So I've watched something off of there. It may have been one of the other ones that I watched about the rabbit pelts, but
I want to say the one that I watched, they butchered like 50, sent 50 of them to freezer camp, and she did all those hides at one time.
Wow.
I mean, once you've done it, I'm sure it's not a big deal. I just was like, man, the last thing I need is 13 rabbit pelts that I do wrong and they're rotting. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but they'll make good mulch.
So then they just end up in the coyote pile out back.
Yeah.
I just figured I would get my feet wet. Sometimes I get in over my head. I'm thinking, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I do all this stuff. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. Why did I do all that?
Hey, we get in over our head and have to swim to shallow water a lot.
Yeah.
At least we're trying, and that was one thing about that live last night that was really relevant to me was we were from all different parts of the country and everyone still is on the same plane. And like you said, this mindset of homesteading, being more self-sufficient is becoming widespread,
Yep.
But well, guys, I got to get off here because I need to go influence young minds, but I'm so glad to see you guys today.
Appreciate you jumping up, and we'll be in touch with you for sure on some stuff that's coming.
All right. Sounds great. Talk to you later.
That out there,
just got to keep everybody in suspense and waiting to hear what the big deal is.
He's a mess. Have a good day.
You bet. Bye.
Yeah.
Man, my allergies are kicking.
I threw the link up. If anybody else wants to jump on up, guys. We're just visiting this morning. It's just an open chat. We got Cody in here with Hog Deer 79. I'm glad to see him back in some lives and stuff again. I reached out to him. I hadn't seen him for a while. Hadn't seen any of his lives or anything. I know he had some things come up that kind of changed
schedules.
His schedules a little bit. So he's got a new person working with him now. So but
I need to. I really like the live. I like this type of a live because I love when people just jump up and the conversation just goes where it goes, and I love that. But I do want to be. I know I mentioned it last week. I want to be getting like guests, and I really want to get to know more channels, like rather than just a few of their videos or their name or whatever. Like I want to know, why are you on YouTube? What are you doing? What's your push? Why did you name your channel? Like, I just want to learn more about other folks.
And so that may be, we've kind of kicked it around. That may be a collaboration that we do is, who are you and why are you, why is your channel what your channel is? We haven't decided what to really call it yet, but I think that's kind of what we're leaning towards. Hey, Steven over at Mr. Boots and Bounty. I watched Casey's Jam It Up June deal over on their channel.
Oh, is that what the honeysuckle jam was?
Honeysuckle jam or jelly. It wasn't a jam, it was a jelly.
Yeah.
But it looked really good. So I know I've missed some people. Hey, Deborah. I saw you come in earlier. I apologize. We were kind of in the middle of that chat. I didn't want to interrupt, but I saw you come in. So anyway,
going to have to subscribe to everyone tomorrow from the main channel.
Yeah, Annette changed her channel, so
yeah, she mentioned adding. She just added another channel, right?
She combined her two channels because she had a kitchen channel also, and then her urban homestead channel, but she combined the two. So, wish I could see Rowan's face when she opens it.
From what? What are you talking about? From the
I'm
jelly.
Not sure.
We may have missed something.
I think I missed a chat, comment or something up there, Steven. So,
we have a couple mail call videos we got to do still. I suck at that.
Got it together. Homestead sent me.
I missed something.
He must have went and checked out somebody's channel. So, but yeah.
Who's gonna jump up?
Oh, it's Amanda.
Miss Amanda.
You can't come up if you've got the baby.
Did I just hear an O?
No, it was a
not her.
No, it was a O. My comments, because sometimes I'll go like make opposite about stuff that he's like, what? I was like, oh, that was great. He's like, that sounded like that was a bad thing. No,
yeah, that sounded like a bad
oh.
No, I actually don't have the kid right now. That's why I decided to jump up, but I'm in the middle of doing kitchen projects right now.
So how's your car coming along, Amanda?
Oh man, they totaled it, of course. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, it was a 12-year-old car with 130,000 miles on it, and so it was only worth like $4,500, and all the airbags went off. And you guys, guess how much just the airbags were to fix? 14 grand.
Holy
just
cow.
For the airbags.
Wow.
Just airbags.
$1,000. Wow.
Oh my God. And now I'm getting a call from where I'm moving to. So I'll be right back, guys.
Come back.
Uh,
That really was a good. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So if none of you saw Amanda's pop-up live the other day, I think it was last week, her husband got in a car accident with their car and it ended up totaling it out. So kind of an unexpected thing. But I'm glad he was okay. And at least they totaled the car and hopefully can be able to get a new one and not have to try and repair one that's an older vehicle with 130,000 miles on it.
Hey, you want to know you want a surprise I found out this morning?
What did you find out this morning?
My sister-in-law texted me and said, do you have a recipe for canning peaches? And I was like, well, I mean, I have 2 canning books. I'm sure I have one. I just can't say I've used it. Why? Where are you getting peaches? She says that she goes down to the Amish and gets them. And she said that I could go with her. I'm going to go load up on peaches. Is there a spending budget on that? Can I can as many peaches as I can get?
Whatever you want.
I'll make some peach.
Hello, friends and neighbors.
How are you?
Neighbors. Why are you calling us neighbors? You coming over?
Say, you moving?
You never know. You never know. I may be right around the corner.
You better. I'm anxious to see that big bus come down
You
the
just
gravel.
move right up in the driveway if you want. I got a hookup.
All I need is a plug. That's it. Just a plug.
Got it. Got a long cord on it too.
Yeah.
Rebecca, we will email you. You don't have to send us hats, but we will definitely email you.
Hey, Glenn, I just want to thank you for hopping on yesterday and helping me out, hooking the brother up.
You didn't look like you needed any help. I just like to talk to you.
I'm not Chuck, so there ain't no way I can do what he does. But anyway, yeah, thanks a lot.
I was asking Glenn yesterday, so I know you like have arranged to moderate for all these people. And I asked Glenn, I said, do people ask him to moderate for them, or are you just doing this? How did all this get started?
I'd say 95% of them ask. The other 5 I just show up and I have a wrench.
So the hourly wage is really good, right?
Yeah, you can't beat. Yeah, you get what you pay for, though.
Can't beat free, right?
Yeah, and I have not. I've looked. I have not seen any. I looked everywhere. I cannot find any kind of pear jam or pear jelly coming from Missouri.
You said you were up to your ears in jam.
No,
listen.
He was looking for one from us.
I thought
specific one. And you're right. I am up to here with jelly. I got jelly. I got jelly everywhere. Look, now speaking of jelly,
I have plans. It's just gonna.
Everybody.
It was so very shocking to her to see my face.
Hey, it's
like,
okay.
oh, God.
I said, "Oh," and she was like, "Was that a bad?" Oh, I'm like, no. I have plans. I've been planning in the works what I'm gonna put together for you guys. It's just it takes me longer to do stuff.
Well, yeah, when you're living on the prairie, and in a little house, and you're churning milk, and trying to make
butter, bread.
I just hope when you do finish finally making that cheese that you're going to make with the goats, because you are going to. I hope you send me a bigger piece than what Boots sent me.
Go ahead and take a bite of that, Jesse. I want to know
how
it tastes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no! Don't do that! Oh my gosh! Did he really just do that?
You got the cleanest mouth in Texas.
There you go.
I think he was trying to tell me something. He must be telling me I need to wash my mouth out with this soap.
Talk bad about me, Jesse.
Because it looks exactly like pepper jack cheese.
Pepper jack cheese.
And there was no instructions, It was kind of he didn't make it idiot proof. So that's all it was. This and this. So I'm thinking, is he trying to send me something so that I can buy some more?
So you want to know about my soap? I think Glenn did you tell Chuck or Jesse?
About
I
what?
was on a live yesterday.
He said it on the live yesterday. He spilled the beans.
Yeah, you were.
Oh yeah, it smelled like
Porsche.
I'm hoping it's just not cured.
Hey,
oh, there's Amanda.
No,
I'm back.
hey Amanda, how you doing?
Hi guys.
No, but go ahead. Hey, I would keep it. Keep the one, the lemon or whichever one you made, whatever it's called. Keep it because we need some stuff I heard for rodent deterrent. Maybe we can.
That might be good. Put it up and put it outside.
Yeah.
Might call once it rains, all the cats are going to show up because they're going to think you got fish in your yard.
Oh, that's true.
So Danny, did you get all your plants watered and everything this morning?
Yes, I played in the sprinklers.
Yeah.
That sounded encouraging.
I mean, I never intend to actually play in the sprinklers, but it doesn't matter what angle you come at them at. It's like, no. But it's all right.
Just let the kids do the watering, Danny. They usually enjoy in the sprinklers.
Emma's making me breakfast, so I'll settle for that. She's making cheesy eggs with a side of golden kiwi.
My kids say that Mama's goat milk soap is the worst tasting soap out there. Maybe they need to not have a dirty mouth.
I'll say that was Chris.
That's funny. Chris, my kids were reminiscing yesterday. We got to talking about vinegar because I had some sea salt and vinegar. And so then it went into this apple cider vinegar talk. So back in the day when they were younger, if they had anything involving in their mouth, some attitude, some arguing, any of that kind of stuff, we went right past the soap and went to the apple cider vinegar, and they hated it. But then it got to where they didn't care about it as much. It wasn't a big of a deal, so I had to switch it up. But
They didn't like it in the beginning.
You
though.
get used to apple cider vinegar, but that soap, it gets stuck in between your teeth, and that
That
lingers.
would work for me if you made me put apple cider
Well,
vinegar.
Amanda
in my
makes
mouth.
me bite it, it sounds like.
My mom used to do that to me. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Audacity Dawning.
awful.
So Audacity Dawning, they're actually only about 30, 45 minutes from us. They're just straight south of us. So down
No, I
around
thought Nick said that was Auto City.
Audio
Audio
City.
City.
Audio City, yeah.
Audio City.
He's never gonna live that one down.
No.
I would have totally done it too. So that's why it's funny to me. I would, because when you're on here and you're reading stuff, just like the other day, I was in Gossmania's live chat, and at the same time, we had just went on a walk, and then we went into the gym to work out a little bit. So I'm like on the elliptical, the phone's moving as I'm trying to read, and I thought this channel's name was Springfield something or other. It was Stringfield with a T. So I'm like, oh, what's
Yeah.
Springfield? Thinking they're maybe close. Idiot. Didn't read. It's bad news.
Well, I was
That's a,
gonna
good,
hop
that's a
on
good excuse, though. I mean, you're
Ugh.
multitasking. Read this moving text.
I was like, nice to meet you. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Tennessee Bushcrafter. Hello, Chris.
We got Chris in here with Tennessee Bushcrafter this morning.
Oh, they aren't usually in
a
our
broke
life.
farmer.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm on the list.
I got him on the list. That
He's
is-
on the list. So Danny, how's your garden doing?
Doing all right. I
Doing-
really just jumped
I
up
gotta
here
go
because I
get the
saw
other
my
kids.
adopted parents, and then when he started eating soap, I was like, never mind, I don't know them.
Okay, thanks a lot, Danny. Yeah.
We
No, it's going all right. We've had some blossoming rot, and we've had some things to combat, but we combated them with magnesium and calcium. So hopefully, that will fix that. It seemingly is working, but it takes time to really see if it's fixed for good or if it is something that has to be applied consistently. So
And so,
Yeah.
and Danny is as much of a flower that she is. Even her broccoli is flowering. That's how
Yeah.
pretty her garden is.
I only had one broccoli that came all the way up to a head of broccoli, and it's flowering on me. So
oh no.
Once it forms a head, girl, you got to take it.
yeah,
'cause
you
it's not
think
gonna get any
Even
bigger.
if it's only this big, like
Yes. When it forms the head, that's all it's gonna get. I planted, I think, 6 broccoli, and only 3 of them headed, and I got 3 little heads like this big, and my boys ate them right then and there, just gone.
All that work for bite-sized broccoli.
So we didn't.
Hey,
plant-
whatever.
I just thought that,
Whatever, it's
I would
something.
at least get a head of broccoli.
So if she's got a head of broccoli who has 10 little heads and only 2 of them have flowers, can you still eat the other ones?
Sure, why not? It might just taste a little spicy.
Would they be pretty good?
There you go, Danny. Just take one.
I
Take
see.
And then
the
you
whole
can eat
thing
those
off.
leaves too. You can make those broccoli leaves into like greens.
There you go.
Really?
Hey,
Like greens.
speaking of, while I have all of you people who know a lot of things and I'm learning, is there anything in your garden that you would not want to keep the greens on? Because I would like to save the greens and do like a super green powder, like I did my dandelion.
Probably cucumber leaves because mine are really pokey.
That or tomatoes. I wouldn't do tomatoes.
Yeah, they're nightshade.
Yeah.
So like green bean greens.
I would do anything in the brassica family because anything in the brassica
Yeah,
family,
all brassicas.
you could
I don't
grind
know
down
And don't
Has to
don't
cut basils right now. I have Malabar spinach that I'm trying to get to grow. It's kind of stunted.
Don't even talk about lettuce.
and
I gotta
Jessica,
check on
don't
my
keep-
shelf
don't
in
keep-
there.
Jessica, don't keep the poison oak and the poison ivy leaves either.
Oh,
You can't grow lettuce, Jessica?
Listen, we did lettuce. I mean, just all willy-nilly. You just dump it in the thing in the garden, and it just it was great. This year we do the raised beds, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait for it to just be bursting with all this lettuce. No, it germinates. Hero's mad that he's stuck
Mhm.
outside. It germinates, and then it stays this big and does nothing else. And it's happened 2 times. So finally, in between my 2 rows of green beans in the garden, I tilled that all up and threw a bunch of lettuce in there. And I did too. Like, I didn't put it in no rows, nothing. I was just like sprinkle that crap everywhere and water it.
Yeah, but don't you got to do lettuce in cooler weather?
I'm just gonna run with it.
We did it in March.
I've done it 3
Yeah,
times.
it'll bolt in warm weather, but if you have it covered, like if you plant it under some like bigger bushier plants, it's supposed to shade them enough that they can grow and not bolt so fast.
What is
The
bolt?
best lettuce that I have growing in my yard right now, sowed itself, they're all volunteers from last year. I have this whole naked patch in my garden bed that I didn't grow anything in, and I must have had a lettuce plant, one of my butter crunch lettuces must have seeded last year, and I have this whole patch of beautiful butterhead lettuce just growing all by itself. And I was like,
Rude.
I didn't even do anything.
Hey, read Chris's comment on Tennessee Bushcrafter.
Yeah, the raised beds.
Yeah, let me see that.
Is that the one you're talking about, Jesse?
Yes.
Water and dry out faster. I grow lettuce. Yeah, hydroponic systems. Hydroponics. Sorry. I don't.
Chris does.
Yeah, you all do fancy stuff. I'm kind of just.
Now, I have raised beds and I have an in-ground. The cucumbers will grow 10 times better in my raised beds versus my in-ground garden due to weeds. They do not like the weeds, and my deer tend to get to them more in the in-ground garden. So I hadn't had the success rate with cucumbers. It depends on the plant.
See, my cucumbers, I've already got some cucumbers on, and so that's exciting. But I don't know how big they need to get because these are Boston pickling cucumbers. So the one kind of looks like it's ready, but I don't know. Yeah, that's.
So they're too big. Then they're like 4 or 5 inches long.
You want me to go get
Yeah,
it?
that's. I want to go ahead and pick that. Stop, buddy. And then like that wide and about that long to put them as pickles.
Yeah.
So they're ready to. They're ready to yeah.
One a bit bigger around than that. Like that.
Are there such things? Are there such things as midget cucumbers?
Yeah, cucamelons.
Pickling cucumbers.
Melons, yeah.
I think that's what
No.
Lisa has.
No, it's just the plants themselves
Are stunted.
are brown
Yeah.
and not growing at all.
The heat has stunted them, and then ants also will stun them.
Now I have them in grow bags.
And they're elevated. We have them
Right.
elevated off the ground. So
For the last 2 months, they haven't even grown like 2
Are they
inches.
like planter elevated?
no, they're elevated onto a platform. They're not on the ground. They're in a grow bag, on top
In
of
a
a platform
tray.
in a tray. So the
Got-
water will absorb. The water stays in the tray.
Yeah, they need lots of water.
You want to transplant them probably because their issue might be where they're stunted. That they are, or if you're planting this, just transplant them. The reason why they might be stunted, they're what's in that little grow bag? They're lacking their nitrogen, so getting all their nutrients, and they got everything they could out of that grow bag. So you're going to have to get them new dirt and put them into another area.
Okay.
See, we've got our cucumbers and loofah gourds growing up an archway trellis, and that seems to be working really well. But I put my strawberries in the raised beds, and they seem to have done really good. We've got our potatoes and sweet potatoes in the raised beds. But and then I was irritated and I wanted not a naked raised bed. So the other day after somebody's live, I was in
I love
radishes. I know it's too late. I know. I threw a bunch of radishes and beets in there. They were year-old seeds. What the heck?
quick. Yeah, radishes.
What's it gonna do?
You could sorry, I got a little hiccup. You could like Google your area, what you can plant this month, and just go ahead and put it in your beds.
Well, I did that, and there wasn't much. So I just said, let's just see.
I have like a plate full of miscellaneous seeds. I told my husband we just moved our chicken coop. I said I'm gonna throw them in that chicken dirt because that makes the best, plants for next year.
Listen, if it's got sun, water, and dirt, it it might be the best radishes and beets I've ever had. And then Glenn's like, why did you do that? Well, I didn't feel like we had enough vegetables. We have a lot of tomatoes, but not a lot of rice.
I had good success with radishes.
You never know until you try, right?
Yeah.
It might
No harm, no foul.
the Lord might say, bless that raised bed, and they may be the best radishes you've ever seen.
I have one bed that I guess gets hotter than the rest, and it takes a lot longer to grow. And I had cucumbers, and then they didn't do nothing. They were just this short forever, and then they died. So I planted more, and now they're finally coming. You can plant squash. You probably can plant squash too in some of the bare beds, because the squash is good.
Listen, I've never even had radishes other than like a few little pieces on my salad. Never had beets. So I'm like, I can do something with them. But it probably is going to mess me up because the raised bed's so warmer. But listen, it might work out. Grilled radish, though. What does that say? About
Chris grills her radishes, apparently.
$30 for nutrients that will last me 4 to 5 years for hydro. Somebody's got to have a video on this. If you have one, can you just say, "Hey, me, I do"? I'm gonna make a list and go.
Video on her hydroponics setup too.
Can we call it hydroponics? So my mind is in school mode, like phonics. Now I'm never gonna fix that. Like it's always gonna be many days ahead.
Yeah, Lisa at Yogi Hollow Farm has got some hydroponic videos, but this is her first year doing it, so
don't ever listen to somebody who's just
really good.
VW Family Farm on it.
Yeah.
System in.
Here's my list.
Glenda over at Grayson Fire says that baked radishes are awesome.
Drew, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Drew, should you check the mailbox? You check your post office box?
I called them and they were on their break, so they didn't answer. I'm gonna call in. I called yesterday during lunch and no one answered, so I'm gonna call today and go by there because I have to run that way anyway.
Sounds good.
The other thing that I'm super interested in, somebody still has not put a video out unless I missed it, Chris, is that fodder.
Amanda does the foddering too.
I knew there was 2 people.
I only do it in the winter though, because I let them out in my grass.
But Jessica, your boys already got fodder.
I did do a video on it.
It's easy.
That's folly, Jesse.
Jessica, I did do a video on it. You just got to go back and look.
It's easy.
On a fodder system?
Yes.
Oh, I'll write your name on my list and I'll watch it.
Here.
Well, I know how to make pancake mix now.
They're not just pancakes. They're the ultimate pancakes.
The ultimate pancake mix. That's right. And how to store it, when to store it, what not to put in it.
That's right.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. If Amanda can do what she did yesterday with a baby in tow, I know I can do it.
Right.
My baby's not that big, but it's big.
I had a friend that did it the same way. She made hers very similar.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's just like a copycat Bisquick recipe. I just read the back of the Bisquick and threw it all together. And it's ready to go.
It's easy. It's just ready. All you gotta do is add whatever you
need. You said it was shelf stable. Did you? Well, how long will it last?
Depends on the kids, right?
It all depends on the kids.
Yeah, mine's gone in less than a month, so
there you go.
I haven't tested that yet.
I have a nice pancake recipe that I like. I never really considered making it. I should make it like big scale and put it in a thing. That makes sense.
Instead, we buy the pancake mix from Sam's Club that
Don't
smells like cake batter.
So
that stuff's great. I just don't want to spend the money on it.
So when Lisa makes ours, I like to put little slivers of apple in it or blueberries or something, and then she makes my pancakes wafer thin.
Man. Huh. This is just the mix.
I know that. I know that. But I'm just saying. But when she makes ours, I like them wafer thin so they have crispy edges when they're done. I love the
we
type
have
of
the southern pancakes. They're about this fat when they cook.
That's like eating cake.
Berries and hers. The boys like chocolate.
I love those, the thick ones.
I just eat plain old pancakes.
I pretty much just like food. So I'm thinking like pancakes and potatoes and bacon.
The thicker they are, the less you eat.
Exactly, Lisa. Exactly. That's
I
what I
like
gotta
the
make
real
up.
things. I can get like 5 of them stacked and pour that Canadian maple syrup on it. Can't beat it.
Have your YouTube on the other screen, on their link.
I don't hear it now.
Then
Hello,
jumped
Rich
in
Cat.
live and
Good morning.
Oh, hello.
How is
Now,
everybody?
I'm assuming you're Kathy. You're the Kathy of the Rich and Cat.
I'm the cat part of Rich Cat
Yeah, you're
Ranch.
Kathy, not
I open
Richard.
some of my videos that way.
Well, welcome to Gather Together Homestead. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. Yesterday was not so good. I shut my finger in
What?
the front door. I thought one of the dogs was about to run out into the front yard, and
Well, I'm
Man,
glad
I
you showed me all 4 fingers.
oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot how bad that hurts. It's probably been 40
Yeah.
years since I shut my finger in a door. So
Wow.
a war
You get that
wound I'm
heartbeat
dealing
in your
with.
finger.
What's that?
You get the heartbeat in your finger.
Oh my goodness. I
Wow.
didn't think I would sleep last night, but I was icing it off and on from the moment it happened. I took a couple of ibuprofen, which I don't usually take at all, but I know it's a good anti-inflammatory. So I slept. So either I was tired from being stressed out about my finger hurting all day, or
Great idea, Chris.
Yeah.
Always put it in that freeze dryer.
we don't have a freezer dryer.
If I knew somebody had a freeze dryer, then maybe I would.
There's
Chris,
put-
Jessica,
Yes.
Chris.
That is on my to-do list for next year when I have a good spring garden is to get a freeze dryer.
we're gonna get
well, listen,
And I'll be excited to learn about making feeds. We
That's
haven't had a problem yet with finding feeds for
We don't know the
the
number.
ducks and geese or the equines here, but I'm sure that is going to be an issue at some point if things keep going in the direction they're going. So,
Yeah, and I need to get one before they're as expensive as a Elon Musk Tesla.
I'll be looking on Amazon. I know that.
Yeah, that's what my couch looks like all the time, Jerusha. I feel you.
now, Rich Cat Ranch. I've seen you, and
He was
I'm
being
waiting.
loud.
Apologize. I don't have your first name, and if you share it, like a general location of where you're at.
Yeah, I'm Kathy. So again, I'm Kathy, the cat part of Rich Cat Ranch. My husband's name is Richard. So that's the rich part of Rich Cat Ranch. We're in South Lake, Texas. I'm happy to say that and share that. I don't think that would be too terribly specific. And I mean, our address is all over Facebook and stuff because we have a
All right, you're here.
home business. So,
Yeah.
And we're from Houston.
Find you. People find you.
oh, I know. I've heard the horror stories. But again, we had been on Facebook with our family business since 2014. And then I didn't start my channel until the spring of last year. So I thought, well, we'll take our chances. It's a nice little safe, peaceful area, and people typically don't just, show up on our street. We have a nice, quiet, slow kind of a street, and got some acreage here, but we're right here close to town with shopping and restaurants and theaters, and it's
Another
perfect.
Texan, that's right.
Yeah,
We're-
I'm sorry, what was your family business?
Rich Cat Ranch. That's our family business.
Oh, just the ranch. Okay, cool.
Yeah, people find me with our
So what
basset.
you provide from your ranch?
We started out initially we provided and we still do equine services for and farm and ranch stuff. So hay delivery and pickup, and we tend to people's horses and animals when they have to be away from home. I don't know how many of you guys have horses, but I know as soon as we became horse parents, that meant we don't go anywhere very often. We took a trip to New York about 3 years ago, and the only way we can pull that off is that a friend of ours who we know through the German Shepherd Rescue we work with came and stayed at the house. She just lived here for 10 days because we have so many outdoor animals, and the ducks and geese have to be penned up at night. And so it's not like just somebody stop by and feed the cats or water the plants or something. We've just got a lot of animals that, need to be.
Now, Kat, don't you also rent out some land for?
Yeah.
for
So
pets?
we recently listed our property as a sniff spot location. I had never heard of it until one of our longtime boarders. We board German Shepherd. Well, we board all kinds of dogs here. We fostered German Shepherds for a long time, but we board dogs here, private boarding in our home. And one of our longtime boarders told me about a year ago that she had heard about Sniff Spot, and it's people that kind of lease out parts of their property, an hour, 2 hours at a time for people to bring their dogs. It's like a private dog park. It's good for dogs that are training, or if they're reactive dogs that just don't get along, or, maybe they're
I've never heard of that.
What's that?
I've never heard of anything like that.
I had never heard of it either. And so she mentioned to me about a year ago, and only because she knew we were looking for ways to expand our business, and I was still dreaming about being able to really retire from my full-time day job. And I just put it on a back burner and didn't look at it. And then things were still pretty slow as far as traveling and stuff for people because of the virus. So this year, when she made her first trip after having been home for a couple of years, she asked me if I had looked into it yet. Told her I hadn't. I looked into it. Super easy to get it set up. We're having a great time. It's I think if I wasn't as much a people person as I am, I could totally just make it do its own thing. They just let themselves in the gate, and a water hose, they can fill a bowl with water. But of course, I put together treat bags, and I have a little ice chest with water for the people. And I like to meet them if they're okay with meeting. And most of the visitors we've had already have said it's just been a blessing for them, because they don't like to go to dog parks. A lot of times people go to dog parks and the owners don't. They don't.
I'm terrified of dog parks.
Yeah, and the
Terrifying.
dogs just aren't very well behaved all the time. And so people come. We've got a big pond on our back acre. Not all the dogs like the water, but for the dogs that like the water, their owners think that's one of the biggest perks of the property, is that there's a place for the dogs to swim. So it's not. I'll never get rich doing that. But it's a little bit of extra money. And I did quit my full-time day job at the end of April, where we're praying our way through life right now. My husband's still working full-time. He's home working from home a couple of days a week. But again, now that things are kind of opened back up, he is back in the office 2 or 3 days a week. So, and so far so good. We still got electricity, and the refrigerator's full, and the animals have food. So I'm just going to trust that what we need is going to keep coming our way. And the little Sniff Spot thing has just been a little bit of icing on the cake, because it is a simple way to provide a service. And
there's also a thing called Hip Camp, where you could lease out parts of your land for camp.
Oh, how funny.
Hip. It's called Hip Camp. So you can have like a tent spot, or if you have electric, you could do like an RV spots.
Okay.
And hey, some people pay up to $50, $40, $30 a night for a camp spot.
Okay. Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I know one of my favorite things is I like to just lay out in the back pasture, like during the Perseid meteor shower in the summer. We do have some light pollution here, but the bright ones, I can at least enjoy that. So
Kat, I know you mentioned that you do this for dogs, but you could expand it to cats and call it Scratch and Sniff.
Oh,
Yeah. Just saying.
hey, that's right.
I don't know where you come up with
Oh
this.
my gosh, I love it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that could be the next best thing, the next newest thing, right?
People would come just because of the name.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well,
Welcome to the Jesse Show.
What's that?
Sorry.
We get a lot of comments about the name of our company, and they don't know where that came from. And for us, it was kind of simple when we were trying to think of a company name. Just because our names, just made sense to kind of combine our names. And
Well, you might lose a lot of business because of your name already, because it says Rich Cat. You might want to change it to Poor Dog or something.
Maybe so.
They're not coming because they think you're already rich.
Maybe so. Well, our boarding company is called Three Shepherds Canine Boarding. And that's just in honor. We have one shepherd left of our original three. When we first moved here to the property, first thing I did was adopt a German Shepherd dog. I grew up with German Shepherd dogs. My dad was in the Air Force. He was military police, and he had a German Shepherd canine partner. This was before I was born, but because of that, that's all we ever had growing up was German Shepherd dogs. And so I love the breed, but we lived in an apartment before we found this property. So we had cats. We've had cats all along, but that was just, my heart was just calling out that as soon as we had a place where dogs could run, I was going to get a dog. So we adopted our first German Shepherd dog from a nearby shelter, and then we started working with Good Shepherd Rescue of Texas, and they're a German Shepherd rescue. And we had adopted out probably 8 or 10 dogs, and then we got a white shepherd dog that I fell in love with him on the car ride home from Houston. We went down to pick him up. He had been abandoned. He'd been living on the streets for a couple of years, and a kind lady down there took him in, got him some medical attention. He had a broken leg, and she got him neutered, and it was just a done deal again before we even got him home. I listed him still on the Facebook page as adoptable, but within probably 24 hours, I called the adoption coordinator and said, I can't get rid of him. So we foster failed on that one. Then we probably adopted out another 6 or 8 dogs, got a little girl in, 16 months old. She comes across sometimes as kind of dopey and slow, but I'm telling you, she is so sharp and smart. And long story short, we foster failed with her too. So we had 3 shepherds, but my 2 boys have since crossed the rainbow bridge. They left us about 6 months between losing both of them, one to a brain tumor and one to hemangiosarcoma. Most recently, the hemangiosarcoma. He was 13 years old, lived a long time for a German Shepherd dog. And we thought we probably wouldn't get another dog, but our girl was just really not having a fun time. She was the baby sister always. We already had the 2 boys when she came in. And so I think it was really hard on her to have lost both of her brothers in such a short time. So I've been eyeing this boy at the Good Shepherd Rescue page that had been around horses. So that was important to me. And we adopted him about 6 weeks after we lost our boy Cooper. And he's just been great. He gets along with the cats. I'm working with him still on helping me with the ducks, because that seems to be a real prey drive kicker in for most dogs when they meet the ducks and geese. But he's still young. He's 18 months old. So I think he's got a lot of potential to really become the dog, we want him to be. And our girl Serena is really happy that she's got a sibling now of her own species. So
right. Now, how many horses do y'all have?
We have 1 horse, 1 mule. We had another horse. So we got our first horse. Didn't expect to get the horse we got. I thought our first horse would be just an old retired trail horse, some old, mare that really didn't have a lot of hang-ups and stuff. And that wasn't how it worked. So we got a call from the Humane Society. Of course, I have a lot of contacts out there in the animal rescue world because we've done animal rescue work. And I got a call from my friend at the Humane Society. She said, I've got a horse for y'all if you're ready for a horse. So I said, okay, well, let's go meet him. He's a retired thoroughbred racehorse, 16 hands high. He's old now, so he's not quite so spunky, but he was about 5 years old, so still really, really bratty and babyish when we got him. And I tell you, I had to figure out this horse parent thing like really quick, because he really tested us. He just really, really, really wanted to figure out who was in charge and if maybe he could be in charge. So he's a great horse now. He's always been real sweet with the grandkids and little children that come around, but any adult that comes around, not so much now, but in the beginning, I didn't know that we made a good decision when we brought him here, but he's a great boy. He had been racing for about a year, made pretty good money, but either developed a spinal condition or had always had it and it just wasn't symptomatic. But at the end of his first year of racing, he was toward the end of a race and his back legs just completely gave out. And the owner explained to us, when we went out to meet him, that he loves his horses, but he spends a lot of money buying his horses and raising horses. And that's because those horses then make money for him. And he didn't mean to sound cruel, but he said, once they can't make money for me I either have to find another home for them or I have to put them down. So I'm glad we were where we were when we were there. We adopted then a girl for him, got another call about 3 months later, adopted a herd mate for him. And she was the old trail horse, retired horse that we thought we would get first. She was great for him too, because she didn't take any nonsense out of him. And but she was much older than we suspected. She had been part of a rescue, a big herd down near Houston that the owners passed away and no one else in the family could take care of the herd. So the Humane Society, brought him in, and we got a call, and we had her for about 3.5 years, and she had some neurologic problems and some mobility issues, and it just finally reached a point where we knew it was time to help her cross over. So of course Cabo was beside himself. I had no idea, even as much as I thought I knew about horses, I didn't know how emotional they are and how much they really grieve. But
The board.
Oh my goodness, he wouldn't even eat. He would run and just cry out, and it was heartbreaking to me. So we made a call then that time to our friend at the Humane Society and asked, who do you have?
Looks great.
So we went up and met some horses at the facility where they keep them in Decatur, about an hour north of here. And this mule, I'm telling you, we met her and she picked us. And she's just been the best little addition to the family. So horse and a mule. And then we've got, what do we have now? 9 geese, 5 adults and 4 goslings that hatched on Easter, and 24 ducks, just a variety of chickens and mallards and blue Swedish and black Swedish.
Work to do around there then, definitely.
Oh, I'm living my dream. This is my childhood coming back to me now. I was the kind of kid that was very tomboyish. If anything would be still long enough for me to catch it, I caught it. I had to handle everything and lived outside. I don't know that it's as safe anymore to have a childhood like the one I had, but I sure feel like now this is me just reliving the best parts of my childhood.
Welcome back, Danny.
Hi. So
Look at that lighting now. We can see your face.
I know. I just put in the private chat.
That's
I hope the
awesome,
lighting's
Mom.
better now.
I'm gonna pop off. I have a video premiering right now, so I need to go check on that.
It's nice to meet you, Kat. I was listening.
Yeah, I'll be looking for the next live stream. Y'all be blessed and have a good day.
Bye.
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 Yep.
Bye.
Mayfield Ranch. We don't have you on the list yet, so if you guys have a name you like to go by, if you don't mind, put that in the chat, and where you're from, that'd be great. Cindy over at Pathways Homesteads in this morning too. So she jumped in there. Good morning, Miss Cindy.
Yes, the infamous sticker board, Byron says. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, that's it. $1.25 at the Dollar Tree.
The only thing I don't like about you, Danny, is my wife sent you our sticker.
Hey, Glenn.
What? Yay!
But one thing,
Okay.
because listen. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jesse.
Mayfield Ranch is Katie, K-A-D-Y, Katie.
Spell that again. K-A-T-Y, is that what you said?
K-A-D-Y, Katie for Mayfield Ranch.
Do you know
Where she's at? Let me see if I remember.
Yeah. Latitude, longitude, coordinates, please?
That's what you got to do to the babies.
I'm not
Or
sure.
from Texas or
Yeah,
Arizona. That's where everybody's
she's
from.
she's north of the equator is all I can tell you.
That narrows it down. Northern California. All right.
There you go.
So we'll definitely get you our mail. We've got several that are supposed to be getting pictures. We just have not got them in the mail yet.
Well, because I don't want to just send a sticker and send test sent like all this box of goodies.
Stop
All, like, produce and stuff. And so like, man, I don't make, I mean, like I just started making soap. You don't want the soap I just made because apparently when it gets wet, it smells like fish. So I ain't going to send that out. And now I just learned to crochet, so I'm making bags, which is great, but they're still in the works. It doesn't take me 20 minutes to make. It takes me like an hour. So do I send? Just a sticker? That's why I'm delaying. I'm trying to come up with some things to send.
I'll take just a
Hey,
sticker.
you can only do so much, Jess. You do you.
Maybe I just send out all my stickers and then I start sending out goodie bags of things later.
I am totally fine with just a sticker. Just for the record.
Let me see.
We've got Danny's address. She emailed us.
Okay. So
We've got it in our email.
make my list. Who am I supposed to send stickers to?
Everybody.
I don't have
Me.
Danny.
Everybody that's on this panel except for Jesse, because Jesse already has a sticker.
I don't have one.
Jesse got a sticker with a hat.
Lucia,
So,
um,
You said everyone on the panel
Hold
except for Jesse.
And you
I got the
don't overdo
sticker,
it.
just get the hat.
I
you got
over
the sticker, I got the hat. And what you really need to do is do like I just posted on your link on your stream there. That's what you need to do, and it'll help you keep track. You don't have to write nothing down. Just have
Jesse, you guys should be getting a package for me today, I think.
Oh, really?
if
Yeah.
Right.
Is it the one? Is it the one with the $100 bill in it?
No.
Okay, so anybody that wants a sticker, apparently email us. Jesse can throw our link up if he wants.
No, I can throw
or
it.
Jesse can.
I got hands to type.
Shoot us an email. And we'll send you a sticker.
Trust me, the email works because if you forget, you can always go back to your email and say, "Oh, I remember now," instead of trying to write it down.
Yes, because I do that all the time.
Well, it says in transit. I don't know what that means. Hold up.
You don't even-
That means it's still up there up
By
north.
Thursday. By Thursday.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Joni, we love you too. Tony, not so much, but yeah, we love you, Joni.
I hope Tony gets to feeling better.
What's wrong?
Yeah, he was pretty rotten last night.
The
He
weather.
felt pretty rotten.
You can
During
He
our-
felt pretty rotten. Let me rephrase that.
Hold on. I'll be
You're
right
fixing
back.
to
My
go to
dad
Frisco.
called. I'll be right back.
Hi, Jerusha.
What I don't like about this is I leveled this, of course. You know, if I put it on the wall, I made sure it was level. And
Oh, you're all
it looks crooked because of the angle, because it's at a cat. Because really, if I put my laptop straight on the desk, there is the wall that would be behind me is way back there, just like in my living room. So I kind of put it crooked here so that you could see the board, and it looks like the board is crooked, but it's not.
It's the angle of your picture.
No one's judging you, Danny. Don't worry about it.
It's driving me crazy. I'm like, why
Danny,
is
but you seem so much brighter this morning. I don't know what it is, but you just seem so much
Yeah.
more ambient.
I know.
He's
and-
Well, I hope
glowing.
so, because
Yeah,
this
glowing.
LED light, I might have to have stronger glasses by my next live.
And Glenn above you looks like he's stalking you because he's in the shadows.
That's true. That's true.
Sorry about that.
He didn't
Somebody's
notice
stalking
that.
somebody
Oh,
there.
that is a lot of a difference.
Glenn is like the mouse detective.
Okay.
Does anybody remember the mouse detective? Is that just me?
The
What?
mouse.
The mouse
No. I
detective? All right. Well,
No.
So also, Danny, you could put a green screen on too, and that'll take all that out if you don't want to show it.
oh yeah. Well, I really could just take the LED light. Gosh, I can't even look at it. It's so bright. I don't know how y'all do this. Like,
Do you have it just like shining right on you?
well, I mean, that's what one of those ring things would do, right? It's gonna be like,
Yeah, but it's subdued lighting.
But that's a different kind of light, isn't it?
Yeah, it's subdued. It's muffled.
Joni.
Yeah,
it's
it's
putting-
not like gonna blind you if you got one of those
It's
things.
diffused.
Oh, Danny, the rumor has started.
Byron remembers the mouse detective. See, yes, I've got one.
Uh-oh.
But no, I guess I'll just break in and buy one of those lights. I'm just so cheap. It's just bad. It's terrible.
They're starting rumors now, Danny.
I call it frugal and you know,
We can choose the lights above us.
being, I don't know. But it's really that I'm cheap is what it is.
Me too. Don't worry. Me too.
Chris says that Danny might be expecting with her glow.
No.
Whoa!
Don't even say that.
I knew when I said she was glowing, I was like, that was not the. I shouldn't have said that.
We're gonna bite on that.
Sorry, Danny.
Hi, closing the laptop.
That's the next Danny Days premiere.
Negative.
Negative. That's a big negative, Ghost Rider.
Right.
Oh, come on, Danny.
I don't know. Look, you don't live here, so you don't know. I'm just glad. I'm just hoping to get the one that I have here up safely and out of here. I'm not trying to add any more.
Coming in. She's got to get ready for farmer's market.
Outside chasing lizards with a shovel. Can you get on and like video that? I'd like to see what that looks like.
When he tried,
We don't gotta see the lizards.
Chasing
I won't be
lizards
watching
with a shovel.
You know, look, I don't fear much, but I don't like lizards. And so I really have it's borderline like a phobia of lizards. So and it's funny because my mom was really afraid of lizards, and I guess I don't know if you can pass down a phobia or not, but
The lizard is
I'm like, they can't hurt you, you know. I mean, they can bite, but it would never hurt. It's not that. It's not even that. It's I know they can't hurt me. It's just the way they move, and anything that's small and moves faster than I can.
It darts. It's the darting.
Yeah, I'm not real.
You know, they are the last of the living dinosaurs. You know that, right?
Besides my chickens, yeah. They're like miniature dinosaurs.
We have stickers and
All right.
She's getting it going.
to
May
start
as well
sending
do it
stuff
while we're
out.
on here.
You got those from Sticker Mule?
Yeah. And I ordered
Cool.
something that was on sale last week, the roll, which that should be here anytime now. And I ordered something really cool yesterday. You want to know what it is?
A fan?
What?
A fan?
No. You want to know what it is?
Fan.
I'm telling you, a fan. It's cool.
Ha 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 ha. I ordered a stamp for our soaps so that we can put our logo in our soaps, which it's not this logo. It's a little
Jess,
bit.
I was going to ask you, what are you doing with those soap bags? Are you going to be sending your soaps in those bags?
That was my hope.
That's awesome. I would charge more for your soap then, because that's a lot of work.
I mean,
she's definitely a Laura Ingalls now. She's like crocheting every night, making soap bags.
I think the soap bag is awesome, but that's some work, girl. To do that for every soap that you're going to send?
No. Like, I'll sell the bar of soap and I'll sell the soap bag, but like, I need to have something to send to my YouTube friends. And y'all all have awesome stuff that you send and make and do. So I'm like, well, I saw it at our local like craft fair thing and I was like, oh, that's cool. So I went and my neighbor taught me how to crochet. I know I could have learned it on YouTube, but it was fun to sit on her back porch with her and eat her fresh off the tree cherries and visit for like 2 or 3 hours. And I learned how to crochet.
But you know what, Jessica or Amanda, even
I'm worried.
making the
I know, right?
making the bags is not nowhere near as much work as what you do with everything you do around your house, lugging 10 pounds around. You know, it's like, well, I'm just guessing. Maybe it's not 10 pounds, but
We're not supposed to make a big deal of how much work it is that she makes bags with a soap until we get a soap with a bag.
exactly.
We're not gonna make a big deal about how much work it is.
Yeah.
Well, and also I was kind of thinking you could use that, like leave the soap in the bag and use that bag as like a scrubby.
That's what they're
it's
for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before.
okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the concept.
It's like
It's
cloth with the
sudsy.
soap in it.
Yeah.
But this
No.
is, let me show you what I learned.
But I'm telling you, Jessica, if you make it out of cotton, it's gonna get stiff. I don't care if you what.
Found that out.
She says, I already found that out.
Y'all know I'm notorious for not really picking up on things, so you'll need to write written directions in there.
Oh, like the directions I got with this. Is that what you're
Right.
talking
I
about?
mean,
Well, the soap bags and stuff, all it is you put the bar of soap in the bag and you just use it to wash with the bag.
Yeah.
And you just
Okay.
suck through the bag.
So I asked too, when we went to the craft fair, and there had to have been a sign, don't show it yet.
I made this one.
No, you didn't.
Don't show it yet.
I made
No, you didn't. She said.
Yeah.
Bag or something, and I was like, okay, I have a stupid question. She said, okay. I said, do you actually put the bar soap in the bag and wash with it? Is that really what it's for? And she's like, yeah. And then after you use it, so often you throw it through the dishwasher to wash it and put a new soap in. And it's nice because when your bar soap gets like really small, you can just go ahead and add another bar soap and you're not wasting it. But here's what I learned. So I made this one, which looks really cute. It's not a big deal, but it's a really thick yarn, which was great because it helped me to get the concept of what I was doing. It's a little more exfoliating, but it is just really chunky. It's stiff. I was crazy about it. I think it maybe lets the soap last a little longer. I don't know. This one is not perfect. Don't judge it. But this is a cotton one. And when it gets wet, it's like a nice soft wash rag.
I'll take that one. The not perfect one.
I'll take that.
The only thing I
Jamie's
don't
like, one, please.
about the soap bags is it definitely makes your soap go a little bit quicker. But I like that it suds up better and it's nice and soft. So yeah, it's not too bad. I even ordered little beads to put like a bead on here, like the ones I bought. So
maybe
Oh, you're so cute.
maybe this is too much information, but I use the gloves. Well, I buy these exfoliating kind of gloves you put in the shower, and
Yeah.
you rub your hand on that soap, and then you can scrub your body with it, and then you have instead of using your hands, the soap stays in the gloves.
well, I don't like that
They're
idea.
black gloves.
This is the same thing, Jesse. You just put it on your hand like this.
No, this is an actual skin tight glove that's made out of some kind of.
Yes, but that's
rough-
not made with love, Jesse.
Yeah.
Well, how do you
That's
know?
true.
How do you know some girl in the Philippines or somewhere didn't make it with love? You don't
Yeah.
know that.
We know-
Somebody made it.
Anyway,
Now, every time someone showers, they're going to think of Jessica while they're showering.
That may not be the best image.
I'm
you want,
not.
You know,
That's weird.
Jesse, you don't shower anyway. It's why everybody sends you soap. We know
that's probably, you're probably correct, and that's okay. I don't mind.
I think you could use that whole little sample soap. That you could use that all just to clean out your beard. That'd be gone.
No, it's working better as a mouthwash.
I can't believe you took a bite out of that. That's disgusting.
Hey, it's made out of goat soap, right? Goat's good for it. Goat milk's good for you.
it's in our email right now.
But
She's
I don't think lye and the rest of what it takes to make that. I'm surprised that Boots and
Again,
Bounty.
this is what I use in the shower, and it works perfect.
See, so
I
you
use those for working outside, Jesse.
Hey, you'll never drop the soap with one of these gloves on because it grabs. And then,
It looks like you're an iron worker or something like
no,
that.
it's my imitation Michael Jackson glove.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
You can scrub with it, and well, I mean, you use two of them. And when you rub the soap on that,
No,
the
then
soap
it wouldn't
stays-
be a Michael Jackson glove. He only
The-
wore one glove, man.
the Michael Jackson. I mean, the Michael Jackson. The soap doesn't come off the glove. I mean, it stays in the glove.
You're about to steal something, Jesse.
Yeah.
You're about to steal
No.
somebody's soap.
Now, if I come out with some kind of mask, then that'd be different. But this, yeah, that's what I
It's
use.
even glittery like Michael Jackson.
It's glittery because it's
brand new.
it's brand new. This has never been used. These are, but you can get these on Amazon. I'm not an affiliate, but yeah, they're like $4, right?
I don't remember.
$2-3.
4 pairs for whatever we pay for 'em.
Yeah.
Well,
hilarious.
anybody who's like stickers and stuff, definitely shoot us an email. I don't know if we have yours yet, Amanda. I know we used to because Jessica was going to try, and we were going to try and have you on our live.
Right.
We haven't done that yet. So,
We
Amanda,
need to do a sticker swap then. Y'all send me a sticker, I'll send you a sticker.
I sent you a sticker, girl.
Danny,
It's mine.
send me one.
It's me and them.
I got the prettiest
Those
sticker
people
out
who
there.
I won't be thinking about while I'm in the shower. Why do I feel like I need to say that? Like, why did this even happen?
These are the
Yeah,
stickers
you're the only one that has one. Quit rubbing it in.
right here. This, which I love.
Hey, I
these.
got those too.
Girls, I don't got yours.
Rub it in. I'm
That's
rubbing
what I
it
say.
in.
Y'all send me your address, and if you're sending me a sticker, I'll send you a sticker too, and we could do a sticker swap.
I'll do it. I'm
Well,
trying.
and like,
It's not working.
I'm gonna be moving out of this address, you guys, in like the next month. So
I'll send you a sticker at that ad. Well, you want me to wait till you move so you don't have to pack it,
Sure.
or you want it now?
We'll send it. We'll send them now. That way she has them.
My computer's froze up, so I'll get it out
That's good.
at some point.
Chris set it straight for me after the okay. Y'all help me. Saponification process.
Saponification, yeah.
Oh, good deal. Well, good thing. So
That's-
you can eat all of it, I guess, Jesse, if you want.
Cole.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're good to go. Good to go.
The list. I'll put them in the mail today. If they
There,
don't know,
now-
like it's gonna print
This
for me.
it cracked me up because Jen's over there like, okay, now y'all are getting weird. Earlier,
Hey, Teresa. Good morning. She's a neighbor, so she came and bought some plants from us a while back. Got Miss Drew shaking back up.
Hey.
You're in a different place now. It looks like you went and hid in the pantry or something.
No, it's just I don't have a pantry. I just have a wall. It's in my living room.
hey Tennessee
What?
Bushcrafter, I'll take some leather trinkets.
There's a wall tree instead of a pan tree.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's just all my Canon stuff in our pantry because I've been stocking up on things. And,
I don't see a single pan on there, so it can't be a pantry.
well, no pans.
Ba-da-ba.
I have like I have bags of flour and sugar.
Lordy.
We got a photo bomber.
That's Lex.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump down and feed this kid.
Oh,
See
my
you
little
later.
boy Liam wanted to say, "Hey to the
Hopefully I'll see
baby."
you guys at my live later tonight. Or
Bye,
this
buddy.
evening.
What time is yours this evening, Amanda?
Hi, Amanda.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
very
do that
good
for
this
you, Amanda.
evening.
That was
See you
for
later.
baby.
What time is
Okay.
your live, Amanda? Oh, she jumped. When is Amanda's live, Jesse? Do you know?
We can
Yeah.
figure it out.
I'm getting stuff ready for my giveaway because I'm behind. I'm making some beeswax wraps.
Hers is Thursday at 11
Can you explain to me?
Central.
Sell me on the beeswax wrap. Somebody's touched on it. I saw it at the craft fair. I've never heard of it before this
Well,
last.
she's going live today.
Well, I've heard that when you have saran wrap, it's not breathable, so it traps in bacteria.
Okay.
So when you have beeswax wraps, they're like honey. Beeswax is antibacterial basically because it traps in their honey and it
Okay.
protects it from any bacteria. Sorry. So and it's breathable. So if you have any food, it doesn't trap in the bacteria, and it still breathes, but it keeps all anything germs from coming into the food that you store.
Jerusha, we saw those yesterday at the Container Store. There was like 4 bags for like $13. Do you have a brand or recommendation of where to?
No, I'm actually my daughter wanted to start making them, so we're going to start making them and selling them at our craft shows. I don't have any particular person. There's a lady that was on our homestead, the Homestead Festival that we looked at because I've been researching it for a while. People also add pine resin sometimes to their beeswax to help. I think it's not for other like microbe and bacterial properties. And does that mean it might be?
Bless you.
Hello.
There we go.
You need to borrow this, Jerusha?
Some is rattling. I thought it might be my speaker.
Danny.
Yeah.
Annie, I do have your address. Adding it to my list.
Cool. I need yours.
Okay.
So I have a fabric that looks like corn and I have sunflowers. So I'm gonna cut some stuff out and make it.
Oh, I like the sunflowers. What
Yeah.
you making?
We'll start selling them. No.
Beeswax wraps that protect your food.
Okay.
Like you can put it over your stuff, put it in the refrigerator when you don't have a lid. And 9 times out of 10, I can't find lids.
And then do you wash them?
I think you can wipe them down or wash them down because the beeswax acts as a waterproof.
Okay.
I just bought some. You can buy some like from your local beekeepers. I was gonna look around because there's some beekeepers here, but I bought some to try because I was gonna use this too in your calendula salves.
Okay.
Good to know.
That's all up Jessica's alley, not mine.
Hey, I just ordered a whole bunch of stuff on Amazon to make our own sunscreen. Don't look at me like that. To make our own sunscreen sticks, which I'm really excited about. And then yesterday I refilled my big spray bottle of our homemade bug spray, which I love. So I'm all up to like make it yourself. I love that.
Hey, Pike Creek Farm.
I just got back from picking up our CSA share.
Oh, and it didn't rain? You didn't get in the rain today, did you?
No,
There you go.
I think not, and I think pretty much is a no rain week until like Friday night, maybe.
We were told we're
Very
gonna have rain like for 4 days in a row, or like every other day almost, and we hadn't gotten any yet.
I don't think we'll get rain for at least another week and a half. It doesn't look like here. Looks like 95 plus degrees for the next week and a half to 2 weeks, and 60-something% humidity. So it's not going to be. It's
It
going
was
to be
like
miserable.
105 yesterday here.
We've had like record breaking heat here in Alabama, like the hottest it's ever been at this time of year.
For this, yeah,
Recorded.
us too.
So it's crazy.
So right now it's feels like 100 right now here.
It's so hot here, even the devil bought an air conditioner.
Yes.
Oh God.
Well, this year we got early bad heat in May, but our June has been relatively cool. And last year, our June was more like July weather than June weather.
Yeah, Chris and them, they're getting ready to go into monsoon season out there in Arizona, so they're going to start getting some rain.
We're in hurricane season.
Thank you for putting the definition up for me, Jesse. I know that was.
I figured those people didn't know what CSA was, so not saying you were.
Yeah,
you
I've
didn't know
heard you guys talk about that.
Oh, stop. Yeah, hurricane season.
Jerusha,
Yeah.
I need you to email me your address. I don't have yours on my list.
Okay, sure. I'll get it for you.
Monsoons. Jeez.
That's like
Well,
rain. You know.
You're
A lot of
doing the
rain.
right. You know who sends the rain? So
I think I could handle rain versus the hurricanes all the time that we get.
Okay.
40% chance of rain Saturday. Chris says.
Look, I copied the
I'm
wrong
just
thing.
ready for that. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 envelopes. Amanda jumped off of here, and I need her address too. And I haven't gotten an email to me. So if you don't email it to me right now, it'll be like another month until I get around to doing this. Just being realistic.
Got your email, yay. Okay.
You got to fill up Danny's board behind
April's-
it. Stickers just ain't doing it.
My
Jessica,
email is gathered
I know.
together.
Jessica, Lisa said she'll email you the address.
Only, so far, only cool
For
people.
Amanda. For Amanda.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time I asked you guys for an address, you told me that you sent me a Missouri address. Whose was that? I was like, they're not Missouri. I was
Of
giggling.
course they were.
It's
No.
okay, Belt Loop. We welcome lurking.
What?
That's
I
what
always
Bill
tell the
does.
truth, even when I lie.
Yeah.
Jessica doesn't multitask.
Right now.
While you're lurking, take the time to hit the thumbs up. And you're welcome to lurk as long as you want. Free.
They just lurk and listen.
Yeah.
Or as Cindy at Pathways Homestead
Hide.
said, hide and listen, or hide and
Nope.
see.
Thank you, Jerusha. Got it. Oh, except
I need to email Jesse and Lisa my home address because they just changed the locks on that other that our PO box because it expired. I'm like, oh no, forgot about it.
Well,
And they're the first one.
physical
They're the first ones that ever sent me anything. I'm like, ah.
Oh, but then she needs to change it on her about page too.
And
Yeah,
so
you might want-
we're getting a new.
Yeah.
I had to take it off, and I said I just edited it coming soon because I'm going to get a different one. Because I stopped by there and I told him I'd be back this week to open it back up.
You chat.
I am chatting. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Chris, do you sell those acrylic plant stakes? So those
yeah,
plant
they're-
stakes, Chris, that we ended up winning in your live that you sent us, which are awesome. So, Deborah's wanting to know if you sell those, which I'm pretty sure those are on her page.
How do you say her last name?
Rusignolo.
Hey, yeah, you're a good student.
I can roll the R, Jesse. Not as well as you.
No, you did fine.
Do it.
5 months. Yeah, 5 months without precipitation for Chris and them. That's a long time. Man. I'd let her have some of ours if we could. We've had a lot of rain here, but it's starting to dry out now, so we're gonna have to start turning the watering system on in the garden.
So last week I was talking to you guys about my rancid kitchen because of that egg that cracked in the basket. But I'm happy to report that I got an actual egg basket that's wire, and so it will be better.
Woohoo!
And that rancidness was taken care of that day.
That's awesome. Hey,
And my kitchen was no longer rancid.
link. Deborah's wanting to know how to find them.
Okay, I gotta plug in my charger, guys. I'm back into the darkness.
Back into the darkness. Danny's turning it off.
Be right back.
All right, Jerusha. 1 Million Pumpkin says we got wind, turbulence, and sprinklers on Sunday.
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles on Sunday. Okay, sprinkles. Full thunderstorms are due here Friday.
Yeah, not us. We won't see rain probably for another 2 weeks,
Yeah.
if that.
Chris over at Tennessee Bushcrafter says he may have to bust into some mango marmalade today, Jesse.
Yeah, he was one of the winners on our 500 giveaway, so I think Lisa sent him some mango.
I say I'm sure it came from you because I've got a jar of it too. We just haven't broke into it yet because we've had a pear jam that was open. So yeah, we have a pear jam, Jesse.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody does.
Somebody does.
Well, we do too. It's more like syrup, though. I just sent him the address.
Okay, she just sent
Email.
Jessica the email.
Perfect, because I'm getting ready to print these labels.
Awesome.
Got it. I just heard it beeped.
Hey, that stamp that she was talking about for her soap, is it one of those hot stamps where it melts in your logo?
I think so. Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Apparently it's not a hot one, but when she makes her soaps, right after she cuts them, they're still somewhat soft. I think soft enough where you can press the stamp into them.
Right, but the reason I ask you that is because if it's too hot or too soft, when you go to press it and take it off, a lot of that soap may stick into the mold itself or the stamp itself. Then when you go to reuse it, it's going to be all, if you will, blurry.
And we changed on the soap stamp. Our logo is different because on our original logo, there's a lot of really fine lines and detail in it. So it's not that logo. It will look different on the soap.
It's cool.
To make it easier. It's still a rooster and it still says Gathered Homestead and stuff on it, but it's a little different. Definitely might be trying to find the picture of it here, the image.
The trouble
Right
is I
now.
have a hard time
Hey, Wendy at Willoway.
getting it on the screen. There. You can kind of see it.
I'm getting closer though.
All right, Jesse, I got my box. It's at the post office. I'm going to get it today.
It's hard to get, but it's a little different.
Yeah, did she put on there from the big house on the prairie?
Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I told the guy there, I said, I'll be back. If anyone else sends anything, just give me a minute. I'll be back. Hold it. And the guy said, yeah, I got it back here for you. I'm like, okay, good.
Soap stamp right there.
Yeah, it's more of a.
Is it on Instagram?
It's a 2-inch stamp.
Me?
Yeah, Jerusha,
I have an Instagram.
Okay.
Oh, I'm muted. That's why. I said, if you're trying to show something, Glenn, make your screen the big
the
one
other
so
day,
we
and
can see it.
then through the Instagram, if you don't want to do email or whatever, that might be easier just to send us a message that way.
Yeah,
with your
sure.
address.
I'll do that real quick because that's how Jesse asked.
You got her PO box. She wants a sticker. No,
Yeah.
you get a sticker. You get a sticker. And we did not.
I
do it
got
yet.
Jerusha's and Amanda's.
So if you could email that again, Jen, and we'll get you a sticker in the mail too.
Hey, Glenn.
Yes,
What'd
sir.
you think about that? What'd you think about that video of that guy feeding his chickens with a deer spreader?
I saw that.
It's a very smart idea. If you have all of your chickens in one spot, it would work great. But for us, we have 3 different flocks of chickens. So we have a Barred Rock flock, which are in their own coop, and then we have a group of Easter eggers, and then we also have a flock of Rhode Island Red. And we keep them all separate because when we go to hatch out eggs, if somebody wants Barred Rocks, we'll hatch out Barred Rocks or Easter eggers or the Rhode Islands. We want to make sure they're gender, breed specific, so we don't mix them together. So I'd have to have 3 of those setups, which just wouldn't work real well for me. But if you had all your chickens in one run,
I think it was genius.
it would work out fabulous. A deer feeder on a timer every morning to spit out a little bit of feed for them, and you can set the time so you can kind of how much you're spitting out and figure all that out too. But that'd work great for somebody that had them all in one place.
Yeah, but what's the big? So wouldn't they make a smaller version of a deer feeder?
They do have smaller ones.
They make little 5-gallon bucket ones and stuff too, with an automatic feeder on them. They're just like a 5-gallon bucket, that metal bucket that you can hang by a rope or something. Just do
We
that.
have a collapsible one that collapses and you can open it back up and then it just spins out the bottom.
The problem,
But I was more thinking about the folks that want to leave on vacation or they have to go do something with their child during the summer.
I thought about, there's dog water water bowl feeders too. So I've even thought about using one of those when we're on vacation.
Yeah.
Hey, and
that's
Chris's
Mayfield
live,
Ranch. They sent their.
Chris said they had recommended contacting like your local FFA or 4-H, and usually they have a teenager that would love to make a few extra bucks. I think she said like $20 a day or something like that. I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, we've got a neighbor kid that if we leave town, he's really good about coming over and taking care of things and feeding the animals and stuff for us. He's got chickens and stuff of his own, so we just have him come over and then we just pay him for taking care of them for the weekend for us, and he does a really good job. So
yeah,
the problem now is we have to help the goats. So we have
Chris over at Tennessee Bushcrafter, look me up on Instagram. Send me a message on Instagram, and I'll send you that video I'm talking about. He's got all his together. Look like he has all Orphingtons, Orphies, or whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
I got you now, Annette, on your other channel at Annie's Kitchen.
What's that, Danny?
I was telling her that I've got her now on her other channel at Annie's Kitchen. Oh, is it Annie's Kitchen and Urban Homestead? Let me make sure that I got the
Yes,
right
Annie's
one.
Kitchen and Urban Homestead.
I think it's the 2 combined, which I'll have to go subscribe to that. I'll just jump on my phone real quick and do it right now so I don't forget.
Okay. I'm getting this rocking and rolling. Now, who else asked me about their address? Jen?
I clicked into it. I'm pretty sure that was your face I saw, and I got the right one.
They do have chicken feeders like a deer
Okay,
feeder.
Katie, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good day.
Somebody's email just came in. Yeah, I can't find her other page.
I just looked it up, Annie's Kitchen, and it brought it up.
Okay, I'll look it up under
When
that.
I did Annie's Kitchen and Urban Homestead, it didn't bring it up.
Okay.
And I
just
clicked
put up
into
Annie's
it.
Kitchen and then
Lynn's address.
and Annie's. The new one is going to be this if she keeps that same URL. So there's the Annie's Kitchen is the previous, and the second one is the one that she's going to.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go check that out and subscribe to
Okay,
that.
let me go into the live so I can see that.
Rich Cat, we don't have. Well, I say we don't. We have bald eagles, but they're more towards the wooded areas, not around here.
So we've got one around here that flies over. It lives somewhere nearby because it flies over frequently, but we've not had it land here. We've had it land about a mile from the house in a cornfield before and seen it over there, but we don't get to go watch it. So Jen says she's a butterfly watcher.
Yeah, that's the right one. I got the right one.
I muted mine to make sure that wasn't my speaker. I don't guess it's me.
I don't know if it's me. I don't think it's mine, but it could be, I guess. I don't know.
No telling.
Are we echoing?
There's
It's like a
little
static.
something, like a little static or something going on. So I'm going to throw this link in there again. If anybody else wants to jump in too, feel free. Jessica's got to leave here shortly, which we're going to shut it down here in about 5 minutes or so anyway. Hopefully, Jen, she's trying to figure out a time to go to do her lives. So
You talking about good times, Jen?
Yep, good time. And I don't know that I don't know of anybody right after us on Wednesdays.
I need to pick a day to go live just by myself during the day, and then we'll go live on Fridays as a family.
I know Amanda goes live at 3:00 today over at Bare Bones Living, but between now and 3:00, 11 and 3 or noon and 3, whatever, I don't think there's anybody that I know of specifically that I go and watch their lives all the time, other than a pop-up or something. I don't think there's anybody in between there unless Jesse knows somebody. Jesse knows everybody.
So I don't know what day you're talking about. You're talking about today.
Today.
Yeah, for today we got Country Mama Musing comes on at noon. Few Good Farms comes out at noon if he does have a live. Altruistics just started theirs. Altruistic Farmstead at 10:30. Simple Life of Crane comes on at 1. Mr. Boots and Bounty Help Desk comes on at 5. This is all Central Time, by the way. Possum Run comes on at 5. Simple Life for Claim comes on at 6. Wicked Awesome Garden comes on at 7. Come On Homestead comes on at 7. Empty Homestead at 9, and the Vineyard Farmhouse at 9.
Okay, so all the ones that you just listed off there, I haven't really been in many of the ones that were around this noon to 3 time frame or noon to 5. I usually will jump in Stevens and I'll jump in Simple Life Reclaimed a little bit and on Homesteading a little bit. They do their family night. Is that tonight or no?
That's tonight, yes. Wednesday night's the busy night for me.
Simple
That's
Life
a lot to remember.
Homesteading, MT Homesteading, Possum Run. All of them are usually this evening, I think.
We need to get Jesse a shirt, The Godfather in the print.
I'm still waiting on that list.
Godfather print.
For sure.
Still waiting
Yeah,
for Jesse.
I just keep a running spreadsheet. Otherwise, I'll forget. I can't remember nothing.
I can't remember names, but I remember long-term names. Just people I just met. I can't remember.
Rich Cat Ranch. I have bald eagles around here locally. They stay around. They nest around the river back there, Dixie River, and so we see them every once in a while. But I've never nest watched them.
The bald eagles stay north. They don't usually come to Texas very much because their head would be red as a cardinal.
Sorry.
Hey, Homestead. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and shut this down for now. Jessica's getting ready to leave.
I'll get these in the mail.
I've got to go to work
Bye, guys.
and actually do something. I know, Jesse. Yeah, I've got to do something. It's tough, but I got to do it at least once a week. So.
Well, it's just that Glenn and work is an oxymoron. I
know it. I agree. I shouldn't have to do it.
Yeah. Good point.
Rich Cat Ranch, it doesn't cost to use StreamYard unless you, and like for me, I go an hour, sometimes 2 hours,
20 hours
as of yesterday. But yeah, you get a certain amount of hours before you have to pay for it. But it'll just cut you off.
It's 20 hours a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you use
if you're just doing a live 2 hours, if you're just doing or 1 or 2 lives a week, you know, an hour a piece, then you have plenty of watch hours. I mean, you have plenty of hours to not have to pay for it. I haven't paid for it. I use the free version.
Yes, Tennessee woodpeckers. That is where the red-headed woodpeckers come from. But you know what you call a beakless woodpecker? A headbanger.
Nice.
Oh, Jesse.
Do you know what you call a deer with no eyes?
No idea.
No idea.
Do you know what you call a deer with no eyes and no legs?
Oh yes, go ahead.
Still no idea.
Still no idea.
You know what Mama Corn said to baby corn? Where's popcorn?
I might go live in a little while. We'll see.
Okay. But y'all let me finish talking to Rich Cat Ranch here. So you can have people go up on panel and everything. Am I correct? As long as you don't go over the hours, you can access the free version
per month. Yeah.
I think the free version, I think you can have 6 people on panel, Danny?
Yeah,
right? 6. Yep. And they with the
I just wanted to answer her question, you know.
Yeah, you're good.
I think you can put up to 10 on the panel if you want. I don't know that that'd get a little confusing for me though. Everybody trying to talk and stuff with the delay.
Yeah, it's a little much with 6 people. I can't imagine 10.
No, I get it. Well, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in, jumping on panel. It makes it go a little quicker, a little easier. I like talking to everybody. So
I do.
Glenn, wait, before you go, one more thing. Today at 1 o'clock. One more. Is it 1 o'clock, Lisa? The Mennonite goes out. I think at 1 o'clock today. 1 o'clock today, they're doing the Blacks Tropicals doing the canning, having a canning live with Blacks Tropical, Grace and Fire, Tony Kettle, and Mennonite Farmhouse.
When is that again?
It's at 1 o'clock today.
Okay, I'm right there.
And if you go to any one of those four channels, you'll be on the same stream. It'll be one stream with 4 channels.
Yeah, they shared it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
They've been doing this every week, and I think it's today at 1 o'clock.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Central.
Go check that out on any one of their channels.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you, Jesse.
Bye, Lisa. Bye, Glenn.
See you, Danny.